Hi, Cora. How are you? Hi, Bonnie. And how are you? Hi, Henry. How are you? I hope everybody had a wonderful day yesterday on Christmas Day. And today is the day after Christmas. And I thought, I'm missing you guys so much. Maybe I'll just sit and read some stories for you. And then you can watch them whenever you want. So, we know this guy very well by now. Do you remember his name? You are right. You are right. Why do I keep asking? I don't know. Just because it's nice to have a familiar book. So it's Mr. Putter and Tabby. And this book is about Mr. Putter and Tabby See the Stars by Cynthia Rylant. We'll get right to it. Chapter 1, Logs. Mr. Putter and his cat Tabby loved to sleep. They could sleep just about anywhere. They slept in chairs, in swings, in cars. They slept in the bathtub and in the laundry room. Mr. Putter and Tabby also slept in a bed, of course, but most of the time sleeping in bed was just fine. Mr. Putter plumped his pillow, Tabby squished hers, and then they slept like logs. But one night, one of the logs couldn't sleep. That means, look, Mr. Putter's there, but one night he got up when he couldn't sleep. Oops. Grumble. Chapter 2, Grumble. Mr. Putter was the log who couldn't sleep. He could not sleep because he'd eaten too many pineapple jelly rolls at Mrs. Teaberry's house. Mrs. Teaberry was Mr. Putter's good friend and neighbor, and you know that already. And she liked to feed him. She liked to feed everybody, but most of all, she liked to feed Mr. Putter. She was always sending her good dog Zeke over to Mr. Putter's house with a note. The note always said, "Are you hungry?" And Mr. Putter always said yes, so he and Tabby went next door a lot. But tonight, Mr. Putter had been having such a good time, he lost track and he ate 21 jelly rolls. That's a lot. He forgot to count them as he popped them one at a time into his mouth. Before he knew it, 21 jelly rolls were gone, and it was time to go home. Mrs. Teaberry was happy that Mr. Putter enjoyed his jelly rolls so much, but Mr. Putter's stomach was not. It grumbled and grumbled and grumbled. Mr. Putter looked at his nice soft bed when he got home. Grumble, said his stomach. Grumble, grumble. Mr. Putter knew he would not be able to sleep with all that grumbling. What to do? Mr. Putter looked at Tabby, and then he got an idea. Stars, let's go for a walk, Mr. Putter said, and he put on his coat, and he put his hat back on. He picked up Tabby, and out the door they went. He was still in his pajamas. It was a beautiful night. The moon was full, and the moonlight was everywhere. Tabby looked and she listened and she twitched her ears. She twitched her tail. She loved the night. Mr. Putter loved it too, even with a grumbling stomach. Do you like the night? I like it when I can see the stars, and I like it when I can sleep and I'm cozy in my bed. I like the night. Mr. Putter looked up at the sky. He showed Tabby the stars, and he told her all about them. He told her that the Big Dipper was full of milk from the Milky Way. Tabby purred. She loved milk. So up in the sky, there's what's called a constellation. That means stars that someone decided make sort of a picture. And this is called the Big Dipper because it looks like a ladle. You might, I don't know, ladle milk or dip into something. The Big Dipper. Maybe you already know how to find the Big Dipper in the night sky. If you don't, I'll show you when you come to the island this summer. We'll be able to see the Big Dipper. Mr. Putter told Tabby about looking at the stars when he was a boy and how he had always wanted to ride in a rocket ship. He told her how he had always dreamed of adventure. He even named his rocket ship the Putter Ship. Tabby purred some more. Mr. Putter and Tabby made a nice big circle around the neighborhood. They looked at the sky, and they looked at the yellow lights of the houses, and they looked at cats sitting in windows looking back at them. And when they at last circled back home, they stopped in front of Mrs. Teaberry's house. Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke were on the front lawn. "Mrs. Teaberry, what are you doing up?" asked Mr. Putter. "Zeke has a grumbling stomach," said Mrs. Teaberry. "He ate too many jelly rolls and can't sleep." Mr. Putter and Tabby were delighted. They sat on the lawn with Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke. Mr. Putter's stomach and Zeke's stomach talked to each other, while Mr. Putter and Mrs. Teaberry talked to each other. Does your stomach ever grumble? Sometimes mine does when it's hungry. I bet yours does too. Kind of goes inside. It's called a rumbling tummy. They told stories in the moonlight, and they told secrets, and they made each other laugh. Then, when the stomachs on the front lawn stopped grumbling, everyone said goodnight and went to bed and slept like logs. In the morning, Mr. Putter heard a scratching at the door. He opened it. It was Zeke with a note, and the note said, "Are you hungry?" Mr. Putter smiled. He picked up Tabby, and together they walked next door. That's the end. There's Tabby looking out the window at night. Hope you liked it. I did. Love you guys. Mwah. I'm looking for the next book. Coming right up.